My name is Bradley Busch. My company, InnerDrive, we deliver workshops to students and to staff and to parents, helping them use psychological research to improve their performance. Tip number one, multitasking is really difficult. I think students often try to split their focus too much, whereas when you try and concentrate on lots of things, you probably end up doing very little, so it's a poor return on effort. So we kind of think if you're doing something important, better to fully focus on that, just finish it, and then do the next thing, as opposed to try to multitask too much. Okay, so tip number two, there's been lots of research on what actually helps improve long-term memory, and some of the most common strategies that students use tend to be the least effective. So stuff like rereading the material over and over, or highlighting passages, tends not to help too much. The three areas that we think there's a lot of research around are around spacing out your revision, so doing little and often as opposed to all at once, so spacing beats cramming. There's research around interleaving, whereas that's where you mix up your subjects, so you don't just have a maths day or a French day when you do your revision, you do a bit of both over the course of each day. So interleaving is better than blocking. And then the third one was about the testing effect. Out of all the research that's been done on long-term memory, one of the most consistent and the most effective is the act of retrieval, is testing. So that doesn't mean to say we need to test our students more in a pressurized environment, but forcing them to recall, even if it's low stakes quizzing, asking each other what they know or don't know, that act is one of the most effective to improve your long-term memory. Tip number three is all about sleep. So we know that teenagers start to feel tired later on in the day than adults do, but yet conversely they need more sleep. So this provides some challenges, and we know sleep in fact impacts on your memory, on your mood, on your stress level, on your performance. There's research that suggests it could be up to half a grade different per subject from getting a good night's sleep regularly to those who don't. So tip number three would be to improve sleep. I think there's a good area to look at is mobile phones. You really shouldn't be on your mobile phone in bed. If you are, you should probably have a time limit, and you should definitely not have that backlight so bright. Tip number four, we know the brain has a negativity bias. So if in doubt, people tend to assume the worst. So if I give you a compliment and an hour later I insult you, in a week's time you're probably more likely to remember the insult. And for teenagers, this can be magnified. It can lead to them catastrophizing, thinking worst case scenario, using words like always and never and every time. So if we can help students not assume worst case scenario, be the calm, cool, logical ones, that can help them manage their overly emotional state.